everybody. Welcome. This is the Witchfinger Horror Podcast. My name is Yasmina, and to my right is Morgan.
Hello.
To my left is Megan.
Hello.
And she was just yawning and giving us shit for yawning 5 minutes ago.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we old. We're tired. But yeah, so tonight we are watching Dolls.
Yeah. And this is our triumphant return.
I know,
sort
we
of.
haven't recorded in like a month, and sorry for everyone who is upset about that, but I guess we got busy/lazy. I mean, it was Christmas,
Let's
right?
be honest,
then,
we were
the
busy.
Holidays are a very busy time, and also winter sucks my soul.
Yeah, no, it really does. I actually refuse to leave my house unless I have to go to work, but yeah, it's really hard to leave the house in the cold Canadian winters. It's bullshit!
It's fucked up.
Fuck, I
Fucking
can't get my
bullshit.
bra done back up.
Why was I undone?
I had to. I was pinching my nipples.
My nipples are lactating.
Okay.
My eye nipples are crying.
I know.
There we go.
We were just
Gothic.
talking about the movie Gothic and how the only good scene in that movie is the eyeball
The
nipples.
eye nipples.
Eye nipples. Eye nipples for life.
My eye nipples cry for you.
They cry tears of milk.
Oh my god, tonight is gonna be a good
I know,
night.
yeah,
I'm
we've
very
already been
excited.
drinking. I know, yeah, I guess I started drinking like a couple hours ago, but I wanted to prep myself and be more alert, because I am really excited about this, because I'm actually shocked that we haven't done a Stuart Gordon movie yet.
Yeah.
It's actually quite shocking. Like, he obviously, like, is a renowned, amazing, well-crafted,
But that's why we have
entertaining
it. Because he's done so many big
director.
ones, and we're trying to stay away from the big ones, right?
Yeah. Well, we
Like,
talked
you know-
about
Yeah.
doing From Beyond.
Yeah,
But
From
that
Beyond,
was big
From Beyond and
ago.
Reanimator were like
They're both
high on the
big.
list.
Yeah.
But it's like that, I think, is like an undertaking, you know? Like,
There's so much.
Well, here's my thing. I have a thing. We all have our favorites of like
Yeah.
types of horror, like genre movies or whatever. I'm not a big fan of like doll, like puppet, like horror movies.
Like, you don't find
personally,
them scary?
I've just never liked them. Like anything that is involved with like dolls, puppets, or like children of the corn.
Except
like
for
I
Pin.
can't stand it. Oh, I'll talk about Pin later,
Okay.
my friend.
oh, well, like, but, okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah, like, Pin's a doll, but he's big,
Yeah.
right? Like, the
But
ones...
the content of that movie makes it fucking hilarious.
It's different, yeah. But,
Yeah.
like, in that context, it's like, yeah, they're dolls, they're small. Just kick them.
Dude, I know. Like, I just like, ever
kick
since I
them.
was a kid, like, I never got into Child's Play. Like, I never got into Children of the Corn, because I just feel like it's like, hey, come on, like, just kick them in the fucking neck, and then.
Or what was that,
end
Christopher
of
Reeve's
movie.
Village of the Damned? Was that Christopher Reeve?
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
was. But you know what though? That one I feel has some degree of respect, because the children
They're
can have
supernatural,
mind
right?
powers. They can
Yeah.
actually control
Yeah, like, they have
people.
like, the power to just kill you by looking at you.
Yeah,
so.
like they take control of people's brains and like
Yeah,
make
yeah.
them do things. But like Children
was
of
still
the
a
Corn,
terrible movie.
come on, like they're just
Like,
fucking kids.
You know,
Just
I
kick them
thought
in
it
the
was
neck.
kind of fun. I liked it.
I haven't seen it in
like,
a long
the
time.
lady, doesn't she put her face in like a pot
Yeah,
of soup?
boiling water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like boiling water or something.
I mean, to me, it's just shitty because
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
stand
Oh,
Kirstie
really?
Alley.
Yeah.
Her acting is so, like...
That's
It's not
funny.
Kirsty, it's Kirsty.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That's
Bitch.
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
but
That
yeah,
sounds
like,
like
I just,
something
like,
she would say.
We digress.
Yeah, personally, yeah, like I've just like that's like one of the genres, like subgenres of horror that I never really was a big fan of. There are exceptions, and Dolls is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
I feel very partial to this movie. The first time I saw this movie was at a sleepover,
Obviously.
and I fucking watched it a lot with Morgan and her sister in high school.
Yep.
And it's actually gory, and it's comical. It's not like, I don't know, serious. Like, I guess like Child's Play. Like, it's hard for me to take Child's Play serious because it's like a fucking doll, man.
Yeah. There's some campy kind of fun elements to this movie.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely like maybe nostalgic
Like,
for me because I watched
The acting in these characters.
Yeah, like
in
look at the
particular.
mother. Like, look at this bitch. She's crazy.
She's got that scarf on her head
Stuart's
like a psycho.
wife.
Yeah,
She's
that
amazing.
is.
She actually, she's amazing. She's very very good at acting like a bitch.
Oh, I was gonna say her.
Like,
whole
she has a
Oh.
bitch
Yeah.
face. Like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
like resting bitch face,
Yeah,
constant bitch
she's
face.
amazing. Dolls was released in 1987. So obviously directed by Stuart Gordon, produced by Charles Band, which I will bring up later.
Oh, yes.
And I've been on like a Charles Band kick lately, and Brian Yuzna also produced it, and it was written by Ed Naha. I'm not sure how to say
I
his
would
last
say
name.
Naha.
I think Naha.
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 Naha. So
Oh, I
the
can
budget for Dolls was $2 million. Box office only made 3.5. I think it's like over the years has probably become more of like
It's a cult classic, yeah.
Cult classic.
At
A
the
lot of
time,
people
though,
do
it was
enjoy this
considered a
movie.
failure.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, IMDb gave it a 6.3 and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 62%. We're just at the beginning of the movie when the car breaks down and like the fucking giant teddy bear.
Oh, I remember this guy!
This part is so fucking funny. Like me and Morgan and her sister Mercedes, like we used to say like Teddy,
And he's like,
he's just like the Y, like I don't know emoji.
It's fucking scary.
I love it. It's so fucking funny.
he's like arms are
gyrating.
shaking.
No, he's scary. Like his
And he's
mouth,
got
like
crazy
that
claws,
mouth.
yeah.
No.
I love it. I love this part so much. Apparently, the little girl, her name is Carrie Lorraine. This scene scared the shit out of her. Like she was terrified by the monstrous teddy bear, and apparently like crew members like made it worse by hiding in the bushes behind
Yeah,
her
I read
and like
that.
making like growling sounds
Scaring
and
the
stuff like
shit
that.
out of
No
her.
wonder she quit acting after this
Yeah,
movie.
I was gonna say Dolls was her last movie.
I know. Like she was like terrified by this, like probably traumatized by this teddy bear.
Yeah, her parents were probably like, yeah, no more of this.
I love this. Like he's like
He's like,
"Whoa."
ooh, covered in
Oh,
blood.
Teddy, you just murdered my parents. He's like, ooh. It's truly amazing. But yeah, so some fun facts about Dolls. This is actually interesting. Stuart actually had an experience with actual dolls. Did you read about this?
I did not,
so,
actually.
a long time ago, he was actually accidentally locked in a museum, like on the 4th floor of the Historical Society Museum. And there was like a room like full of Victorian dolls.
Oh,
horrifying.
Horrifying. So like they locked him in and they shut off all the lights, and like he swears that he like saw some of them moving.
Well-
and like that's like where he got the idea, I guess, of like making this movie. And like some of the dolls were actually set on fire at one point, so they all had like burned and like cracked
that's
faces,
so
and like so they
terrifying.
actually incorporated those features in some of the dolls in this movie.
Gosh.
I don't find like dolls like scary. Like I know
Do you
some
remember
people have
I tagged
that
you
thing.
in that fucking Exorcist doll?
Yes, yeah.
Life-size Exorcist? Fuck
Yeah.
that.
That was pretty scary.
That's scary.
Yeah,
No,
well, like-
but people do have
People
like,
have
fear.
a thing with porcelain dolls.
It's
I
because
feel.
they look like
They
and
look
their
people.
eyes, they have those eyelids that like flutter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I had one of those dolls when I was a kid, and my friend was afraid of it.
Dead,
But
soulless eyes.
Yeah, I
They never
had
have
that.
like a welcoming expression on their face. They're never like
No.
joyful.
I know, it's always just like I'm staring into your fucking soul. I'm gonna
They're not
like, rip your
smiling at
heart
all.
out.
And I'm sure it also doesn't help like some of the legends and rumors
Yeah.
about like haunted dolls, like Robert for instance.
Robert the doll. Actually, Robert the doll was the inspiration for
For-
Chucky. Robert is in a museum in Florida. The doll that Annabelle is based on is a real doll that Warner, I can't remember their name, the couple that are from The Conjuring or whatever, they actually have the doll that's like apparently like possessed, and I think that is I don't
don't believe, but
I
I don't
think
believe
it's
in
The
any of that
Robert though, like I've heard lots of shit about Robert, and it's like you have to ask to take his picture,
Yeah, come on.
and if
it's
you
all the
don't, you'll
hype,
fucking
though.
die. You will literally die.
You'll die if you get your photo with
If
Robert.
you're
the
not
doll.
polite to him, he will fucking kill you.
So I was watching, and like prep for this, I was doing some research on Robert, and there was like this like ghost hunters, you know, whatever show, and they like brought Robert the doll in, and like people who come in contact with him like die, and like all this spooky stuff. And they're in the room. There's like, and nothing happens.
Yeah,
like
I
not
know.
ever.
Yeah.
And they
Well,
show
that's
like
like
So
the
it's
same
like
thing as,
people
like,
always die. People
I know.
don't die. The rumor of people dying.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
people
because-
died and it's like, it's because of the doll.
Or it could
There
be
may have
coincidence
been, yeah.
They
or
had
something.
cancer.
Well, I mean,
Like-
that's like the Conjuring, like the true story that the Conjuring is based on, like that house that was like haunted or whatever. I read about it. Like people, like that house has been inhabited by many people, and some people experienced weird shit,
Yeah.
and some people were like, "There's nothing." Like nope, nothing happened.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
guess it depends on maybe you, like, and like how, like, you
But like the human brain
perceive
is
it.
capable, exactly,
of like
right?
imagining things, hearing things.
It's like
I
the
don't
placebo
know.
effect. If someone puts you in a house and says it's haunted, everything you hear are going to be like a ghost. But
Yeah,
if no
yeah.
one says it's haunted, you're going to be like, oh, it's the
I'd
wind.
be like, I
or
fucking wish
this.
it's a ghost.
Or could
Yeah.
it just be that some people are more receptive to that
Yeah,
type of
maybe.
thing than others as
Yeah,
well, right?
well, that's like animals, like cats and dogs are.
they always are
are
seeing
able
weird
to-
stuff. They look in the corner and they're yapping at the corner, like yelling, and
Yeah.
it's like, are you seeing ghosts?
That's funny.
I don't know.
But I find the whole, like, I just think it's hilarious, like, finding, like, Craigslist ads for, like, haunted
dolls? Oh my
There
god!
was one in
why?
London where we live, and I was gonna buy it. I was just like, fuck it, just give me this doll. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm so skeptical. Like, I'm just like, bring it on. Like, even if it's real, like, prove it to me. Like, I want to see some fucking, like, some doll walking around in the middle of the night.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
getting up
sure it
and
would
doing
be
some fucked up
frightening,
shit.
but it would give her a good story. Like, I don't think it's gonna murder me.
Like, can you really take it seriously? Like, I saw a posting for a haunted mirror. Like, the person
Oh, that's
was like,
that movie Oculus or whatever.
the
That was a
person
good
was
movie.
like, this.
Yeah.
There's a mirror. It's in my barn. I'm hiding it because it's haunted. If you like look into it and hang it in your house,
Or like
fucked
Night
up
of the
shit
Demons,
will happen.
actually, when they look in the mirror and
Yeah.
Night of the Demons, and that demon comes out, like, that would be fucking awesome. That would be, like, actually amazing.
Yeah. But I wonder though. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to say.
I,
Like, would you take that risk?
Not judging, I'm not making assumptions, I just, like, prove me wrong, right?
But, and you know what, Morgan, I would take that risk, because if it is in fact haunted, do you think they're really waiting for that person who, when it's the clock strikes midnight? No, if it really is haunted, I'll look at it during the daytime. And
Yeah.
if it's haunted, the ghost isn't going to care that it's fucking daytime,
Yeah, I know,
are
I
they?
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always fucking think that when I'm watching Unsolved Mysteries. It's like,
What
why
is
don't
that?
ghosts haunt during the day? Why do they care?
They're doing groceries. They're basically doing groceries. Like, they're at the bank, they're paying bills. Like, I don't know.
That's so funny. This is actually interesting. Stuart actually wanted to make a sequel to Dolls.
Yeah.
I did hear about
And
that.
what happens at the end of Dolls is, like, Ralph...
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, I know if you haven't seen Dolls yet, like, it's been, like, 25 years, but
Yeah.
I guess Ralph ends up, like, actually marrying Judy's mom in Boston, because they go back to Boston or whatever, and till one day Judy receives, like, a package from England, and it contains the doll versions of Gabriel and Hillary, who
Right.
are the old couple that are the puppet masters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it just never happened.
That's too bad. It could have been good, but I guess part
That
of
would
the
be cool if
problem
they did
was
it
that
now that they're older. Like, it would
Yeah.
be, but I guess, like, the guy who played Ralph passed away. They would have to get a different actor.
yeah.
Carrie Lorraine, she is now a lawyer for criminal defense.
Oh,
Yes,
that is
girl.
badass.
Yes, queen.
Girl
Yes.
power.
Yeah, she's only acted in, like, 4 things, and, like, Alf is one of them, Poltergeist 2.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess she just probably, obviously, just, like, finished high school and then went to college, and now she's a lawyer, so
Fucking
good
good for her. That's fantastic.
I wonder if she, like, sometimes, like, goes back and, like, watches this.
Yeah. Like her IMDb literally had like 4 credits and Dolls was the last thing she did. And it was
Yeah.
probably Teddy's fault.
Yeah, I know.
He fucked it up.
Also, I fucking love Carolyn's sunglasses.
Oh yeah. I had a pair of sunglasses like that.
We
that
tried
were,
to find those.
I know.
like,
I have
when we
no
did our
idea
80s photo shoot.
where they
Are those
went.
sunglasses?
Yeah, they
I
are.
guess, like, they're just slightly tinted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're fucking awesome. Like, they're huge.
Yeah, they are awesome.
Yeah,
I love how
those
they're
are
just like
amazing.
they're sitting just so on her little scarfed head.
Yeah.
I know. Is that, like, just 2 blocks of cheese that they have?
Yes,
like, on a plate?
that is.
Oh, we were just talking about cheese before we started
I know.
recording. Now I really
You
want
know what
cheese.
else I like?
Cheese is life.
I like when people serve soup in a bowl on a plate. I like that.
Yeah, like a bowl and saucer.
It's like you got to do more dishes, but it's classy.
Yeah.
Just in case you drop some soup.
And how come they're dressed so bougie, but their kid's dressed like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid?
Yeah.
The inconsistencies, I tell you.
That
I
fucking,
can't.
like,
Oh my God, Yasmina.
weird half moon face puppet.
Did you end up watching all the Puppet Masters?
No, I can't. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, well, like let's hear about your experience.
Well, so
I'm
I
curious.
was like, okay, we've talked about doing dolls for like a long time, like a year, and I was like, you know what? I will fucking watch every Puppet Master movie, but I didn't do it. I did watch a few others like for research for this episode, but I watched the first. Okay, a while ago I actually bought the Puppet Master like box set, the full moon one or whatever, and I think I got through like maybe like part 3. Like this is a long time ago, like 10 years ago, and I just like I don't know. I feel like those movies you have to like be in the mood, be like I don't know, like drunk with like friends or something. Like so I watched them by myself, so it's like I wasn't that into it, but I watched the first one again recently, and it's not really like about the puppets, it's about the people.
Yeah, so it's
like
not...
there's the puppets are like barely even in it, but there is one really good gory kill scene that takes place in the elevator. But I did when we recorded the Lost Boys episode, I watched Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys with Corey Feldman, and let me tell you, wow, I can't believe I actually like watched
sat through the entire thing.
Yeah, because like I do love bad movies, like I love bad cheesy movies, and they're fun to watch like when you're like hanging out with friends and stuff. But watching them like when you're by yourself is like
it's hard,
it's uncomfortable almost.
It is.
Like it's like, what am I doing right now?
Well, you have no one to laugh with, so you're just
I know.
are you seeing
well,
this?
especially if it's beyond the year 2000, you know what I mean? Like Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys is like a newer movie, and like Corey Feldman is like they just put like fucking he's supposed to be like this old scientist, and they just like put like that like
spray shit in
his hair, and he just talks with like a hoarse like raspy like voice, like to try to like act old, I guess. And like the girl who plays his daughter is like the same age. I know, yeah. But I don't know, maybe I'll go back and eventually like get through all the Puppet Master movies, but like I don't know, like I mentioned earlier, I've never really been a big fan of like doll puppet like child horror movies, so like I don't know, I just like can't really get into them. But the puppeteers that were on set for dolls, they had half like mechanical dolls, I guess, and also used stop motion. I definitely like, I don't know, there's just something about this movie that is just it's just so entertaining, and I just like the idea of like, you know that like, are you okay there? And Megan's drinking straight vodka. Gotta add a little bit more ginger ale.
Hit the gag reflex.
It's like that delicious cup of gasoline you have over there.
And you know what? Actually like the one thing I really wanted to mention about this movie that's so important, especially in 70s and 80s bucktooth doll 70s and 80s horror movies, is when you start seeing different groups of different kind of people.
I was just gonna say
that there's gonna be a huge body count because they're just bringing people in, like they've got the punkers, they
well,
got
it's
like the high class,
because this movie is like obviously has humans and dolls in it, but it actually only has 8 actors in it.
Yeah.
But a bunch of them
you
are
know that they're all gonna die.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say about this movie is like Puppet Master, I guess, is kind of the same, but it's just like it's just not as good as dolls. But I like the idea of like having like groups of people like all join into a location that all get murdered. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like the punk rock girls and Ralph, and then like the shitty parents with like the little girl, and it's like it makes for a good story and like a good plot. Like,
and it
they
speaks
all gather
to everyone
in the house, and then like they each get attacked and like killed in like different ways and this and that, and like 2 characters tend to like team up. You know what I mean? Like that's something that I admired about this movie, and like I also like that they add punk rock girls. Like there's just that element, it makes it feel like more like Return of the Living Dead.
Well, and what, like I said, it speaks to everyone. It's like it's smart actually for like casting and producers and stuff to do stuff like this, because it's like, oh, well, I don't want to watch a movie with all like rich people, like fuck rich
that's
people.
like kind of like Puppet Master. Actually,
so they bring
they're
in
all rich people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're all like snobs and stuff. But actually, Stuart, I was reading a lot of interviews with him, and he claims that the art in movies, according to him, are the actors. Like, it's not the gore, it's not the story, it's the actors. If the actors like can portray, you know, like a very skillful talent, then they're the ones that are like making the movie amazing.
Yeah.
And I like everybody in this movie, whereas like the characters in Puppet Master, like I don't really care for them at all. But like I love the character of Ralph. Like he's so fucking cute. And the punk rock girls, like I love them. Like it's like the punk rock, like the one girl, like I believe they just dressed her like Madonna style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I don't know, it's just like a lot of that style is very 80s, and it just like it makes it feel like more 80s, which is like obviously what I love.
Mm-hmm. I was actually eyeing her tights.
I like her like
oh
bustier,
bitch,
like,
I like it.
Corset,
like her makeup.
top. Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I like it a lot.
Honestly, why are they not more creeped out? Like, there's like fucking dolls everywhere. I know that, like, yeah, they.
I guess they're like more angered about it. Like the punk rock girls and the wife, like Carolyn, like they're like mad about it. Kinda.
Yeah,
like they're just like, get the fuck
I don't know.
out,
It's
shout,
just
fucking
fucking
dolls.
weird. Like, did you guys see in like maybe the last year that listing that went for that home that was covered in clowns?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you see that? It was like a house in Cambridge, Ontario. I think it was Cambridge.
In clowns,
No, like, okay, so the house was up for sale on a real estate website, and it was like the house in dolls. It was like,
why didn't the real estate agent tell these people?
no, I guess they might have refused. Like literally every room was covered in hundreds of clowns, like clown dolls. Yeah. And like the wallpaper was clowns and everything. It was like
Some
nightmare
motherfucker
fuel.
would buy that shit.
Yeah.
Somebody
Like,
did.
people are
Somebody
weird.
bought the house.
Lots of people are
Yeah.
probably into
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was just gonna say, like even if you like have this, like if you find like a creepy old porcelain doll like in the garbage, like put that shit on Craigslist and be like, it's haunted.
Say it's
Some
haunted,
moron
yeah.
is gonna buy it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be me. I'd be like, this shit's not haunted. There's no such thing as fucking haunted dolls. Fuck you, Robert.
You'd think though that the fucking real estate agent would be like, we're gonna put all 1,500 of your fucking clowns in storage for these pictures.
Yeah.
But no, they're all set up perfectly, all creepy.
But at the same time, though, it's a marketing tool as well. Like
yeah,
it just
that went viral.
got all
that went everywhere.
Yeah, there was articles being spread about it.
And you know that
everything,
person,
so.
if that real estate agent said that to them, they'd be like, they don't like to be in storage.
Right?
They don't like when I put them in boxes.
Because they all have souls and minds of their own.
Yeah.
They name them all.
This one's name is Eugene. This one's name is Ted.
Oh, Ted. Speaking of Ted, tell me you've seen Zac Efron as Ted Bundy.
Oh,
yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so
you better be fucking some dead bodies.
This
Fucking right.
this movie, I'm very excited, but I'm also like, I don't.
He looks bang on, and Zac Efron's a good actor. Don't hate, man.
No, I don't hate. I don't hate at all. I just hope it's. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Because
I just
I
hope
like
he
Ted
better.
Bundy.
He's got to fuck some dead bodies.
But it's not. Okay.
That's appropriate. I mean,
Yeah.
it has to happen in the movie, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
But see, that reminds me, now everything's reminding me of Pin. That reminds me of Pin.
Fuck, I love Pin.
I know he's not a dead body, but like when that bitch is humping him,
I love that scene
that's
so much.
like fucking a dead body almost.
Dude,
like,
that fucking scene cracks me up.
That's like it's the best scene in the movie.
Fuck, that movie is just absurd. If anyone has never seen Pin,
Oh, you got
Please
to.
do.
need
Don't
to
watch it alone though, not because it's scary, just because you need someone to laugh with. Like you
Yeah.
cannot be alone and
Yeah.
watch that movie.
I like when they put the human skin on him.
Yeah, and like,
It reminds me of when
creepy
you
boys.
cut holes out of a big piece of bologna and put it on your face.
We've all been there.
Yeah,
Oh
for
my
sure.
fucking god, Pin.
I love
Pin's a
Pin.
Canadian movie too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's got the same guy from Scanners 2
Oh!
and Cube.
Oh, cute. Ugh,
Scanners 2 is actually not bad.
Yeah.
I like it. It's pretty good. Scanners 3 is a pile of shit.
Have I asked you guys if you've seen Session 9?
No.
In the
Maybe,
asylum?
but I saw it when it first came out, and I don't remember it.
Because
Like, that was like 15
it's like the
years
same
ago.
like era as Cube, and it's just
Oh,
one of
really?
these-
I've
it's
actually
really
heard
good.
really good
It's
things
really
about it, but
Anyways.
I don't remember it. But yeah, so Dolls was shot before From Beyond, but it came out a year after From Beyond because of how long the post-production took. Like it took like a really long time to do all the work on the dolls.
Yeah, to make them like animated and
Yeah.
all the extra stuff for that. Like a lot of the stop animation takes a long
Oh
time.
fuck, man! It takes a
Takes so
really long
long.
time. I mean, like we watched half of Winter Beast.
Oh my
last
god,
night.
no!
No!
It was
That's some glorious hilarious fucking stop motion.
That was some of the best stop motion I've seen in a movie.
Holy
ever.
shit. Yeah, that movie was holy shit. That's all I have to say about Winter Beast. But yeah, so Dolls was mostly filmed in Italy. Like, this mansion is in Italy. It's a studio that Dino De Laurentiis, he's like a fucking famous producer. He like produced everything.
Mm-hmm. And Giada De Laurentiis' grandfather, who is the famous celebrity chef or whatever.
Oh, nice. Well, he used to own this studio, and it used to be called like Dino Sita. And so there was actually like leftover props from most of his productions in the house, and some of them actually inspired some of the dolls in the movie. Like Barbarella, for example, was like one of the inspirations for one of the dolls. And then Charles Band, who is the creator of Full Moon, bought the studio. And then when Stuart and the crew came to film Dolls, they had just finished filming Troll.
I love Troll.
I know, Morgan loves Troll so much.
The singing mushroom.
Yeah.
I feel like that's another one of those things that we bring up.
Maybe.
What does he sing?
Like,
you know like, all songs, don't you?
It's not really a song. It's like.
I don't remember. The only thing I remember about Troll is
there's another song in Troll that like no.
Okay, I remember that song.
And then the mushroom goes.
I don't remember that like at all.
Oh, I will never.
That's so funny.
Songs are my thing.
Yeah. Let's talk about Stuart. Mr. Gordon. He just turned 70.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah. So
Stuart Gordon is he's very interesting.
Okay, he is very interesting. He has some pretty fucking interesting stories. He's a badass. Okay, so
super
back
badass.
In the 60s, he actually started doing theater shows, and he actually formed his own theater. And him and Carolyn, which is adorable that they've been together since the 60s.
Yes.
This story is actually pretty fucking crazy. I was like reading about this and I was like, whoa. So they did a political version of Peter Pan in 1968. It got them arrested for obscenity, and the charges 60s. Were later dropped.
Ooh.
Excuse me. 1968 was a crazy year. The Vietnam War was going on, and he was protesting it. He was even tear-gassed by the Chicago police. So they're from Chicago. And there was a lot of riots going on that year. It was the year that Martin Luther King and Robert F. Kennedy were both assassinated. So he got the idea for the Peter Pan story. It basically entails Peter Pan was like the leader of the hippies. Captain Hook was Richard Daley, who was the mayor of Chicago at that time. And he ordered police to shoot and kill any of the protesters and rioters at that time.
Fucked.
Yeah. And then the pirates in the story were the Chicago police. This is actually kind of funny though. You know how the story of Peter Pan, when they sprinkle like pixie dust on themselves to like think lovely thoughts to get to Neverland. Yeah. In the play, it was an acid trip.
Oh yeah.
Which was like portrayed like a psychedelic light show that was like projected onto like 7 naked women. So that's where like they were arrested for that like obscenity.
Talk about
that's
art.
Amazing.
Yeah, like he didn't give a shit
on naked chicks' bodies.
Yeah, and like back then,
that's awesome.
And back then when war was still thriving and like you risked your life to be a protester. Yeah. I mean, even now, like like the Charlottesville, like people like died, like and got run over. You know, like if you stand up for your rights, like you're a fucking badass. After that,
yay!
Okay, so the Madonna punk rock chick is being killed by.
She's about to get.
I love her outfit.
I know her outfit is amazing.
Yeah, I just want her outfit.
Yeah, those tights are badass.
Oh, I just want to see her face get smashed. Like I love her makeup.
Oh yeah, I know.
Smash.
This part's awesome. It keeps like smashing her face up against the wall.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh my god.
And you can see her like kind of go across it, like boing,
yeah. Well, apparently, like, this movie was actually, like, way gorier.
Yeah.
I was reading about that, like, at one point when they were close to being finished filming, they thought that there just wasn't enough gore, so they added some gory scenes, but then decided after they were edited into the movie that it wasn't necessary for the story. Like, he didn't want to make it, like, about the gore. He wanted to make it about the story, and then so they removed it from the final cut. Like, one of the scenes, apparently, was Carolyn's death, and a doll uses a pitchfork to gut out her intestines.
Yeah.
Oh, but like that'd be okay.
That would be, I wonder.
I know it's unnecessary, but it would have been.
But it's fun,
yeah,
right? Like, I wonder if Scream Factory, Shout Factory, that released the Blu-ray in 2014, and it's got the making of the Toys of Terror or whatever, with, like, interviews with Stuart and everybody, and I wonder if they added those scenes, like, I don't know if they're, like, lost forever.
Yeah, I wonder.
Or anything.
That would be very interesting to see.
For sure. But yeah, after they were arrested and all that shit for Peter Pan, him and Carolyn, they founded the Chicago Organic Theater Company, and he went to produce and direct like 37 plays, and one of those plays, which is called Bleacher Bums, was turned into his first like TV movie. The idea was Joe Mantegna, the guy who's in Criminal Minds and who does the voice of Fat Tony from The Simpsons. So there was like a lot of actors that were like in theater in Chicago in the 60s. Like they were all friends and collaborated on like ideas and stories and stuff like that.
That's fucking cool. I did read too about Stuart Gordon being at like his very beginnings, I guess, when he was at the University of Wisconsin. Another one of his like controversial plays, I guess, that he was doing was called The Game Show. The Game Show was like a play that was intended to be an attack on apathy, and it locked the audience in the theater. It shut all the doors and locked the theater, and then seemingly like humiliated and beat and raped the audience.
I read that on Wikipedia and I was like, was that like part of the play?
It was.
Or,
yeah,
like...
that was it. So
and people were like outraged and like left the theater.
Yeah, so obviously. Okay, so a lot of the like rape and stuff was like audience plants, so they would have like actors.
No, I don't want to see anyone get raped.
Well, but like that's the thing, right?
Raped.
And every single performance that happened apparently ended in riots.
He was like the Jim Rose of the 60s.
Riots. Because they would have a plant, and then they would, like, you know, have somebody be berated. You know, like, they took the whole, like, Andy Kaufman, Tony Clifton thing, like, to the extreme.
Oh, my God.
But to what purpose? To what end, though?
Well, I mean, like, you gotta get your name out there and, like, create shock.
That's what I'm saying. Is that it? Really? They just, like, made people think that they were being beat and, like, other people in front of them were being beat and raped to get a name out there?
And also, you gotta give them credit for originality, though.
Like, it's not original. It happens every day. It's just people don't get paid or don't pay to see it.
Yeah. Well, I guess, like, back then, though, in the 60s, like, maybe that shit was just, like,
a commentary
not even,
about
like,
people.
on.
Well, it said it was supposed to be...
But were they aware of that would be happening? Because I would just be scared. If someone came in and started raping you and I didn't know it was planned, I wouldn't be like, oh, art. Like, I'd be like, my friend!
What if they actually, like, I don't think the audience members were actually raped.
No, but people
thought that they were, though, because a lot of the people...
Yeah, that's what I mean. They didn't know it was right? They didn't know it was a play.
There would be actors in certain areas where, like, you know, somebody would get berated and then, like, one of the people that you thought was part of the show went into the audience, but the person is an actor and
like
raped
basically
them.
like going to a freak show where like you don't know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Well,
like that's like Jim Rose. Like when I went to go see Jim Rose like fucking 20 years ago, like they shut off the lights and said that they were gonna like fucking run around the room with a chainsaw, and someone did. But obviously the chain was not on it. Yeah. But we were all fucking freaking out, and like there's like dark and like you can feel things falling on you, and it's like, what the fuck am I gonna get my limbs like severed off by like a fucking chainsaw? But like, I don't know, it's just I just like have to like commend him, I guess, like for back then, like maybe like theater was very not controversial and very
tame and boring.
Yeah, like conservative, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just like art is not about being conservative. It's about intending to make an impact, and he certainly did. I mean, he got fucking arrested for it.
Well, and as well, it was supposed to be a commentary on apathy, probably, and the way that, you know, people just kind of like
there's a war
don't
going
pay
on
attention to what's really going on. So it's like, holy shit, you're locked in this theater and like somebody's getting like beat or raped or whatever, and
have
do
to
you
pay
know,
attention.
is it part of the show, is it not? Like,
Gets people
you know,
talking though.
it gets them talking, but it also gets you thinking about, like, you know, when you see a crime on the street, do you just turn the other way, or do you intervene, or you know what I mean? So I think a lot of those things kind of play into it. It's like some social commentary
like
as
it
well.
made headlines and shit, right?
Yeah.
So like when you're an artist, like you want to get that media attention, right? Well, this is a fucking very interesting thing that blew my mind that I did not know, which is like crazy.
I'm dying to know.
Stuart and Brian Yuzna and Ed Naha wrote Honey, I Shrunk the
Oh,
Kids.
I did know that.
I did not
That
wrote
is
all
so
of
crazy.
them. Know that.
All of them.
They also he produced Honey, I Blew Up the Kids, and then like one of them had something to do with the TV show. I guess there was a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids TV show.
But they all would own the rights.
They own
so
the
they
rights
would
to
have.
characters and everything.
Did the majority of them.
But
It's
isn't
like
that,
saying it's
I was
big.
like, but you know what? When I read that, I was like, you know what though? That fucking makes sense. Because that is a pretty fucked up story.
Yeah.
And like, that fucking movie made $222 million.
It was huge.
That's a big.
And
Like,
then there
it was
was
fucking
a
huge.
sequel
Yeah, so
and a
like-
TV show.
I guess like so Stuart and Brian and Ed like brought the story to Disney, and Stuart was hired to direct it with Brian to produce it. Originally it was called like Teeny Weenies, but
That's
I
a
guess like
weird
he
name.
had to drop out because of illness. It didn't say what kind of illness, but and then after that he was replaced by whoever the guy directed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But it's so funny because I was like reading about this and I'm like, that totally makes sense that Stuart Gordon and Brian Yuzna wrote it, because I one time watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on mushrooms.
Ah, of
And,
course
like,
you did.
It's actually like really fucked up.
I
Like,
remember
like,
it being super messed
yeah,
up.
like the part where the scorpion is like
Yeah.
attacking them. Like I was like terrified.
Can
when
we
I was
just
a
talk
kid.
about the fact that the ant and the scorpion are the same fucking size?
Oh, boo.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Same
Is
size.
it? Wait, am I talking? No, sorry. Is there a scorpion in that movie, or is it an ant?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. There's an ant and a scorpion.
There's
Oh,
both,
okay.
yeah.
I can't remember.
And then they fight because Auntie fights the scorpion
Yeah.
to save the kids, but they're the same size.
When I watched it on
I'm an adult.
mushrooms,
I'm
I
such
was
an
like,
adult.
I fucking like. Do you remember the beginning of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? It was like where the credits like take place. It was like that animated. Oh my god, that animated part like fucking tripped me out like so much. You remember like there was like a giant like pencil going into like the electric like pencil sharpener.
I honestly, it's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Oh, well, me too. I
saw
used to watch it a lot when I was
I saw
a kid.
it when it came out, and that was it.
I used to watch it a lot when I.
theater.
Oh, really? I had it on
Yeah.
VHS, and me and my brother used to watch it like all the fucking time when we were kids. But and
Rick
then
Moranis.
a few years ago, I watched it like probably like 10 years ago. Me and my friend Dana ate mushrooms, and we watched it, and we
my
laughed
God.
so hard. Like I was just like, oh my god, this movie's like actually really disturbing.
It was a fabulous movie though, so maybe I should rewatch it. It does. It sounds. Yeah, I think I should.
I think that's a really old like Looney Tunes song or something.
Yep.
But yeah, so that blew my mind. Okay, so that bleacher bums, it's like a baseball thing or something.
Sounds
I don't
whatever.
I don't know anything about sports. So that was technically like Stuart's like first like movie that he directed that was like made for TV, but the first actual like in theaters movie was Reanimator,
Which is
which is
crazy.
actually, yeah, like it's actually like it's renowned. It's an amazing masterpiece, and it was originally meant for theater, and then it was actually made into a half-hour pilot, and then it was made into a full length, and is now a musical.
I saw that's crazy,
With
right?
George Wendt is in the musical. I was watching like a trailer for it, and like the last episode that we did was House.
Yeah.
And then I was like, there's that motherfucker George
Yeah,
Wendt.
he's in everything. That fucking guy.
I thought that was actually pretty funny.
Which it's amazing though.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know George Wendt could sing. I can sing. I can dance. I can sing. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas.
Do you remember that part of Step Brothers where the fucking idiot brother, I can sing high like
Oh,
the
yeah.
hills."
That's amazing. I can sing high.
Oh, the blonde
Isn't that like, is it Guns N' Roses? The song that they're singing?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I've seen Step Brothers like a million times.
Fuck.
I love that fucking movie.
Oh,
it's the
Lord.
Catalina fucking wine mixer. Right now, I think, okay, the one punk rock girl is missing. The other punk rock girl is looking for her friend. And have you heard the dad looks like, what's his name? William Catt?
Yeah, he does
House.
actually. He does.
He fucking looks just like him. The
Yeah.
dad is, his name is Ian Patrick Williams, and he's also in Reanimator. And I think he just has like a small role, but he's also in Terror Vision. And he's in a Freddy's Nightmares episode, and he's also in an Alien Nation episode.
I know, I saw that. He did some Dexter, and he was on Days of Our Lives for a really long time too.
And actually,
he's done it all.
Yeah,
he does a lot of TV, and he was also in Bad Channels that I recently rewatched.
Bad Channels was all right.
Oh, actually, you know what? I do
together,
like it.
yeah.
There is like one song, because there is a lot of music in it. There's one song in it that I can't stand, but there is one heavy metal band that plays like at the diner, and it's fucking amazing. But Ian Patrick Williams is, okay, this is amazing. We always come back to Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Seinfeld.
Give it to
this
me.
guy, he's in the Wink episode.
He's got issues. Is it the guy with issues?
I don't remember. He's
what do
in
you
the
mean?
episode The Wink where
George
the grapefruit
juice
fucking gets in his eye, and he like is winking, and people can't tell if he's
Who
like
is he
purposely
in that
winking or
episode?
not. I can't remember. He must just be like maybe the optometrist or something. I can't remember, but I was looking it up, and he's trying to burn one of the dolls.
Okay,
That's not cool.
hard.
But yeah, like I love that episode so much. Polk move, baby! Yeah, we love Seinfeld. It's the best fucking show ever. But yeah, so before we finish talking about Stuart and move on, let's talk about his movies.
So many.
Yeah, I know. So I obviously Reanimator is a classic. It's a masterpiece, but I love From Beyond.
From Beyond is great.
I love From Beyond.
I fucking love that movie so much. I used to be a bartender, and we would play movies on the TVs, and I would always play From Beyond, and that fucking place got demolished, and I'm pretty sure my DVD got demolished in that fucking rubble. But every fucking time I played that movie, I'd be like bartending, and people would come up to me and be like, what the fuck is on the TV?
It's weird as fuck.
It's very strange.
And like Ken Forey's gross
I know.
orange Speedo, and you can see his
I know. It's like, why?
I know.
Why did he wear that?
Yeah, like
Why?
it's like, why? Because it gets wet and you can see his dick. It's fucking
Maybe that's
gross.
That's why.
Penises are gross.
That's exactly why. Because he wanted.
I
He's
feel
like,
like-
hey.
I have to say that I keep touching my boobs.
You're always touching your boobs.
I know.
Are they lactating or something?
Are you cold?
You got eyeballs in them nipples, girl.
I was gonna say, speaking of like movies that he's done, Yasmina.
Yes.
I think it was like when I first moved in with you, so it was like 2 years ago or something like that. I watched Dagon.
Oh,
Yeah.
In the basement.
I was going
when
to
I was
bring
sick.
that up.
And that,
I think I told you
like
to watch that, didn't I?
That's why, yeah. Sorry, that's why I said your name. To me, ever since I saw that, I like it better than From Beyond and Reanimator. I'm obsessed with it.
So I'm obsessed with From Beyond. It's like the special effects and how slimy he is.
It's fucked.
I love it, and I love the pink tones, like the colors in the movie are fantastic. Even his wife, like Carolyn, gets like her eyeball sucked out by Jeffrey Combs. But Dagon, like I have been obsessed with Dagon like since it first came out. That scene where they skin his face gives me a fucking boner. I love that fucking part where they cut his fucking face off. Oh my god, it's so brutal. It's fucking amazing. But it's also so disturbing too. Like it's so disturbing. Like the part where she's in the bed and he starts like making out with her and then he feels her gills and then her like tentacle legs and shit. Like that's like whoa. Like that's like if you were a guy, like it'd kill your boner for sure. But no, Dagon to me is Night of the Living Dead if it like instead of zombies like sea people, like sea monsters. Like it's so like they're all like this weird religious cult that worship like the Cthulhu basically. Yeah. Like it's creepy, man. Like even like when they first land and the guy like points to the town and he's got those like his like fingers are like webbed and shit and then they find like the gills behind his ear like that. It's so creepy. I love it so much. And I have an intense fear of like sharks in like open water, but the part where the woman is trapped in her leg is like trapped in the boat,
when they're in
that's
the boat.
Terrifying to me. And then like when it starts like flooding, oh man, that movie is just it's a masterpiece. I fucking love it so much. So we're at the part at Carolyn's death and all these puppets are attacking her,
poking her and
shit. And I actually I watched an interview that was a scene from the Toys of Terror like documentary with Stuart and Carolyn, and apparently this scene, her death scene took like 3 days to shoot. Wow. And she was like talking and saying that the knife that they were using to like cut her ankle was a real Swiss Army knife. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? And the part where she gets like thrown out of the window, her stunt double, this part when they're like sawing at her ankle, like that's a real Swiss Army knife. And she's like, are you fucking kidding me? And then the part where she gets like thrown out of the window, her stunt double was a man and she was like insulted. She's like, fuck you, man. Like he looks nothing like me. Like what the hell?
Oh yeah, you can see that.
She's got such she has an amazing bitch face.
Let's see it. Let's see this man.
And I love how the glass it breaks before she goes through it.
Right.
You can really tell that it was a man there, but she was like, I was really insulted. Like, why is it a man? She was like, because they wouldn't let her do it herself.
Of course, yeah. Throw yourself out the window. Yeah. It's a little bit crazy.
But so back to his movies. Me and Morgan have very fond admiration for Castle Freak.
Oh God!
I fucking love Castle Freak.
Castle Freak is
his like stuffed dick.
Oh my fucking God!
That movie is so fucking funny. Like the part where he like bites the hooker's nipple off.
Yeah,
there's a lot of nipples in this episode.
Oh man, yeah, Castle Freak is good. I haven't seen it in a while, but I don't collect a lot of movies, but that actually is one movie that I own.
I just like even just the poster for it is like awesome. This is gonna be a joke. He's in a good way.
Yeah. I just love his little like cut off penis.
This is balls just dangling there.
I know.
No cock. It's great.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome. And he's also Stuart has delved into sci-fi as well, and I love Fortress. Like I love 90s sci-fi.
You watched it recently too,
yeah,
right?
I bought it recently, and like I was like on a Christopher Lambert kick. I watched like Highlander and Fortress and Mortal Kombat. But yeah, like Fortress is great. It's awesome.
What is it?
It's like set in the future. It's actually kind of like, you know how like in The Running Man, how when they're in prison and they have those collars on, and if you leave the perimeter, your head blows up. Yeah. It's kind of like the same. So they're basically like I believe that women like can't have children anymore or something, and then they find like one woman that can, and
like Children of Men.
I was gonna say just like that movie.
But you know what's actually kind of funny about Fortress is like it came out in '92 and it takes place in 2017.
Really? The distant future.
I know. Yes. So it's basically like I think Christopher Lambert and his wife. They're captured. I guess there's like an illegal baby or something. There's like population control or something like that where people aren't allowed to have babies. I can't remember, but they go to jail and they can't escape because they've got these like collars on, kind of like Running Man. Right. And they'll detonate if you try to escape or whatever. And I like it. It's I don't know. I'm a sucker for 90s action and 90s like sci-fi movies. I like it a lot. Jeffrey Combs is also in it too. He's such a good actor. And Carolyn, actually, Stuart's wife, she's in it too.
I was gonna say I feel like every movie we do, we end up finding these like groups of actors who stick with the director, who stick with the writer, and they're cast throughout.
This one especially, like it's like the same cast for all the movies.
The punk rock girl like is picking up her eyeballs by the way right now. I fucking love this part. There's this group of writers and directors and producers is a very, very good group. Yeah. It's Stuart, Brian, and Charles Band, and they all work together. They've all been friends like since the 60s. Obviously, like they work well together, right? So there's a couple movies of Stuart's that I haven't seen that I really want to, but I can't find them anywhere.
Ooh,
which
juicy.
one?
I love
Space
that.
Truckers.
Oh,
yes.
Which is like, okay, so me and Morgan, like, actually, like, I found we watched the trailer recently, and I was like, I need to see this.
It looks
Stephen
fucking
Dorff
really
is
weird.
In it. I think
Dennis
it's in the
Hopper.
90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just like it looks absurd. Like it looks absurdly amazing. And Robot Jocks.
Yeah, that's another movie that I was like, so I don't know much about it.
Yeah, like I actually recently just heard of Robot Jocks, and it's funny because I think Shout Factory are releasing it on Blu-ray now, like this year or last year. I can't remember, but Robot Jocks is like basically Pacific Rim. It's the same story. Like, so it's like
not at all what I would have thought.
It's right. I know, right? Yeah. So it's actually like these like giant like transformers and people who can control them. Oh. Yeah, like it's basically Pacific Rim.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like, oh my God. So it's like those.
Yeah, it is. It's totally like that. Yeah, it looks awesome. Like I watched the trailer and I was like, oh my God, I fucking want to watch this like so badly.
But you can't find it.
I can't, well, I guess the Shell Factory will be releasing it soon, and Space Truckers, I can't find it, like, anywhere.
Shit.
I know, I do really want to watch it, but Robot Jocks, like, looks, like, really entertaining.
Instagram world, reach out to this girl.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, please. We need to know.
But yeah, so, Stuart also wrote a bunch of ER episodes.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, like ER. Totally random. And, so he also wrote... Nice. He also wrote Body Snatchers with Billy Wirth from Lost Boys, and The Dentist.
Le Dentiste.
Which is one of those movies that I've actually never seen.
Heard lots about it, though.
Really, really good things about it. It's directed by Brian Yuzna, and it was written by Stuart. And I've seen, like, stills of it, like, pictures online. Right. It looks, like, amazing. Yeah. Like, I want to watch it.
Like, better than Dr. Giggles?
I don't know.
Is anything better than Dr. Giggles?
I don't know. Dr. Giggles is a movie that kind of, like, fucks me up a little bit, but it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Wait a second. Which came first? Because they're kind of, the other would be a ripoff of the first. Because, I mean, The Dentist and Dr. Giggles, how can you really vary them?
That's true.
So let's just see who's the copycat. Yeah, and speaking of, like, doll
The Dentist
movies,
was 96.
Oh, Dr. Giggles was well before.
So Dr. Giggles, I think, was 92. Yeah. I don't know. It looks interesting, though.
Because Dr. Giggles, to me, falls right into that category. And speaking of doll movies, Pinocchio's Revenge.
Oh my God, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Kevin S. Tenney. That's actually on my list of, like, because we're going to mention doll puppet, like, kill toy movies or whatever. And that's one that I haven't seen, but I want to because Kevin Tenney directed it, the same guy who directed, like, Witchboard and None of the Demons.
Oh,
you watched it, though, didn't you, Megan?
Yes.
Is it good?
It's not, no, it's not fucking good. It's not fucking good. But I feel like they're all the same genre. Like, Dr. Giggles really isn't fucking good. I mean, it's great, but just like Pinocchio's Revenge really isn't, Rumpelstiltskin really isn't fucking good. Like, they're not fucking good movies.
Oh my God,
90s though.
That movie is absurd. I fucking love Rumpelstiltskin. I think it's Warwick Davis, is it not?
I mean, who else?
I know, right? Like, who else would they get to play Rumpelstiltskin? His walk is the best. Oh my God.
He's bow-legged.
Yeah, he like has like a weird like waddle, but it's very
arms.
Creepy. Rumpelstiltskin.
No.
The dolls turning their fucking heads. Okay, so this actor, the guy who plays Ralph, he really looks like Chris Penn to me.
He does kinda.
I just tried to top my vodka up with some
Beer.
beer.
Tonight is a good night.
We want to die.
Yeah. Okay, well, Dolls was produced by Charles Band and Brian Yuzna. So Brian Yuzna, fucking Society.
Best known for Society, I think, in our world.
And first movie that he directed was Society. It's like Society is one of those movies that like you'll never forget the first time you watched.
Oh, yeah.
It's like absurd. It's just so fucking absurd. It's amazing. I fucking love that movie so much. And like we want to do that for the podcast, and we will. But
At
I
some
feel like
point,
we have
yes.
to be like inebriated.
Oh,
like we have to be like
wasted.
really fucking wasted.
Like a
for that
fucking weird,
episode.
like that
not
orgy
remember
at
recording.
the end. Yeah, I don't. I want to
I would not
remember
remember being
recording.
alive for society.
It's fucked.
Society
It's
waits for you.
But like Morgan, you said like that scene, that orgy.
Yeah.
Who wrote that and thought like who wrote the little parts of it? Well, what if we had a guy over there like doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's good.
What if
we
that
had,
guy's lips were stretched 6 inches, like attached to that
I
fucking
know.
person's asshole? Like,
Oh yes, brilliant.
What
Yeah,
about we
get
put like
yes,
a
write
face,
that
down.
like a face in a butt, like in a butthole?
Yeah.
We'll put that in
what
the
if
good
we
list.
put
Yeah,
a
good
girl's
job. Yeah.
her boobs, but they're on her back,
Like who thinks of this? Who sits down?
right?
I know. I think about this a lot, actually. I actually think about wanting to actually sit down with Brian Yuzna and be like, can we just like
Can we just talk about society?
for
Because
like
it's one thing
2
to think
fucking
about it,
hours?
but it's another thing to say, I'm going to take this fucked up idea and make it into a fucking movie.
Yeah.
I just love that it's the first movie that he directed.
I know, and
like-
it's honestly, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, I know. It's
Like,
like
the-
absurd. Like I remember the first time I watched it. It was with you, Morgan.
Yes.
And our friend Jen, and we were like just like so amazed. We were like, why haven't we seen this before?
I know.
Oh,
And then Ben came to pick me up, and we actually we sat him down and we told him all about the entire movie.
We were like, there's like this butt and a face in it, and he was like, oh, what? Are you guys high?
we were really
Oh,
passionate
man,
about
it's
it.
the best. It's truly the best.
Yeah, the end. It's like everyone is like in an
Morphed
orgy,
into each other.
but it's like they're a pizza. Like the melted cheese is like blanketed over
they're like
everyone.
Pizza the Hut.
Pizza
right?
Hut.
I forget. Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, yeah.
Yeah. Society is Pizza the Hut.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking lord.
But yeah, so Brian also directed Bride of and Beyond Reanimator and Return of the Living Dead Part 3, which gets a lot of slack, but I really like it. I know
No,
Morgan is not
I'm
really
not a
big
fan.
into it, but I like it a lot. I think it's just because I watched it when I was young.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with that girl. Like, I thought she just looked so badass. Like, it's like all those like pieces of
Yeah.
like shards of glass sticking
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of her
yeah,
and
yeah, they're cool.
piercings.
They're really
like,
cool.
I thought she was fucking cool. Like, I thought she was so cool. I wanted to. I remember I had like a Fangoria issue with pictures of her in it, and like my mom flipped out when she saw it. Because she's crazy. And they
Like,
were
she
like,
thought you were a
should
lesbian?"
not be looking at... No, she was like horrified by it.
Because you're looking at satanic
I
shit.
know. She was like, what is this? Ah!
Speaking of Fangoria, fucking Ed
Naha.
Naha was the very first. He edited the
Yeah.
first
Yeah, I saw that.
series or whatever.
Well, another one of my favorite Brian Yuzna movies is Necronomicon.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
a good anthology.
I was gonna say, talking about anthologies, that's
Yeah,
a really good
that's a
anthology.
really good one.
Can we just fucking get no one's actually said it, even though it's been said. These people love H.P. Lovecraft.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I know.
tons.
I mean, we've said it, but
Tons
we
of
haven't said it. Like, good
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
Because his stories, to be perfectly honest, if you've actually read any of his stories, when you read them, they don't seem like they would be easy to convert into film or image even. Like, H.P. Lovecraft's stories are so hard to even, like, picture
Well,
in
I
your
actually,
head, you know?
I read somewhere an interview with Stuart, and apparently, like, throughout the years, he's gotten a lot of criticism from Lovecraftians,
Right.
about including sex
Yeah.
into the Lovecraft movies that he's done, but he feels like horror and sex, like, combine, like, good and evil.
I guess so. At the end of the day, I've read a ton of Lovecraft, and there's never any sex, and I feel like when you put sex into some of Lovecraft's stuff, it's great and entertaining, but that's not who he was, because he was a very awkward man, and he was a very
Yeah.
isolated man, so
Yeah.
that's why. So it's like, yeah, it makes for entertaining, and you're gonna sell tickets, sex sells, but when it comes to, like, Lovecraft himself, it is kind of taking away from, he was creating, like, a universe, not like a sex fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
I mean, in horror, like sex and horror kind of go together.
Yeah.
Like the genre.
But
Not always,
yeah.
not always, but it's
I mean, it
It's-
doesn't pin.
yeah.
No more!
Oh, fuck. I just, like, even, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Morgan, but that scene in Pin when he's like watching them, like the little boy, like behind the curtain, and like even his look, he's like,
I know. Actually, no, it's funny. Like I found like a really high quality like still of Pin's face fucking that nurse. And I have it saved in my computer. I've had it saved in my computer for fucking years. I don't even know if it exists on the internet anymore.
If you ever take your computer across the border,
they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Some fucked up shit.
Oh my god.
Mannequin sex.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, Brian also produced Warlock with our friend Julian Sands. And The Guyver, which is Mark Hamill, great fucking movie. And Ticks. I fucking love Ticks so much.
I think we've talked about Ticks a lot.
And he also produced Dagon as well.
That's awesome. Again, the like connection, all these people working together. Yeah.
So Ed Naha, me and Morgan have been on like in 80s like sci-fi fantasy, like mostly fantasy, like barbarian like movies.
My god, all the sword and sorcery kind of movies.
I know, like the Dungeon Master and all that. So like Ed Naha wrote Wizards of the Lost Kingdom,
which is cool.
Which is that one. I think I showed you a picture of it at work one day. We're like, what the
fuck is this?
And he also wrote Troll.
Troll is great. I love it. Troll's a good movie.
He also wrote Spellcaster with Adam Ant.
Yes!
Spellcaster!
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, it's really good.
Chud 2. I've never seen Chud 2.
I've never seen it.
I might have seen it.
I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
no,
I might have seen it. Yeah. I can't recall anything.
But Ed Naha also wrote fucking Doll Man with Carl's Band. One of the greatest movies ever.
What did you just say?
Doll Man. Dollman. Tim Thomerson.
Okay, we watched Dollman. It's about a guy from another planet who on the planet they're all small, and then he ends up on Earth and he's the size of a doll.
Yeah, it's pretty glorious. He's like just a small guy, but it's funny because all the scenes where he's interacting with another like regular sized human is just forced perspective. Like they didn't add.
Oh
like,
no,
there's
it's
like one
it's
scene
fucking silly
where they actually added like special effects.
Yeah.
So we're at the part in Dolls where the guy is like the dad is turning into one of the puppets, and it's pretty fucked up. Like it's deranged.
Yeah. He's
got that weird, like, half-moon guy from, like, Nightbreed face, and he's shrinking.
I'm shrinking, and I am a doll.
But yeah, so, Ed Naha, this is actually pretty interesting, wrote the novelization of RoboCop 1
I know, 1 and 2.
Wow.
Apparently that's like a big thing that he does.
Thing. That was like the first thing that was like the trivia on his IMDb. Wrote the novelization of RoboCop 1 and 2.
It's fucking really weird.
And speaking of RoboCop, they just announced that the original writer of RoboCop is going to direct a direct sequel to the first one. And everyone is freaking out about it.
I'm sorry.
Because RoboCop is
awesome. But I was wondering,
Edward Neumeier
is Peter Weller playing RoboCop?
They haven't confirmed any actors yet, but I don't know. I mean, he's pretty ancient, but I guess it doesn't matter, right? If he has RoboCop
if he's got the mask on.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I've looked it up, Yasmina. The RoboCop statue to debut in Detroit spring 2018. In Detroit.
It's coming. Okay, we should probably go and see that.
Yeah, they've been talking about doing the RoboCop statue in Detroit for like years now, and Detroit's just a couple of hours away from us, so I will definitely fucking go see that.
And like at the risk of being like ostracized from my friends and family,
for going to Detroit to see the RoboCop statue,
I don't like RoboCop.
Oh,
like I don't like the movie. I find it very serious and
when's the last time you saw it? It is disturbing. It's really fucked up.
No, yeah, like
I wanted it to be like a fucking like a Sylvester Stallone movie. Like I wanted it to be like this funny action, but it's not.
It's not. Like it's actually quite disturbing because it's like
am I mad? Am I machine? I don't know.
The question, like the questions of like what is reality? What makes us human? All like the human soul, all that shit, and like when they take his fucking helmet off and his face is all peeled onto that fucking that fucks me up, man.
And when the guy like melts with all the toxic waste on him, like that part is fucking awesome.
No, it's actually quite horrifying because it's like he's remembering who he used to be, so it's like what makes us human, and I don't like it. It's very disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
It is.
This is very hard for me to watch.
But yeah, so
But yeah.
The alien is flagging.
what is that video called? Like me and Morgan were like obsessed with watching this like,
Alien Interview.
Alien Interview. There's this like video that was quote unquote released and it's like it was stolen and like put on the internet like from the FBI. Like some guy like stole it from the FBI and fucking like put it on YouTube and
But
it's like
bullshit,
an
right?
actual I think
Well,
it
I don't
is.
know.
But like they're interviewing an actual alien and it's like shaking and shit. Like,
We'll watch it after.
so anyways, the guy like is like narrating it, but he doesn't want to like reveal his identity. So
they've,
it's that like it's
they
that like
changed his voice.
the auto-tune
So
voice.
it's
He's like
very
this,
low.
clearly the alien is struggling to answer, and the FBI agent forcing
Alien
him
speaking
to.
English?
There's no
No.
it's just him.
It's like he's like
it's like a security camera.
He's
Oh,
like
okay.
doing like telepathy. The
Yeah.
alien is talking to the agent
Yeah.
inside of his mind.
And then like during
yeah.
like and then like towards like the end of the video, like the narrator guy is like, "This is really hard to watch."
So and there's one part in the video where it's like the alien starts to like I guess die because of the atmosphere, and it's like doing like this like goldfish thing. It's like doing its mouth is like.
Oh, it's gasping.
It's probably fake.
We'll watch it. I actually watched it.
Yasmina,
maybe,
I
like, 3
love
weeks
you
ago.
that you just said it's probably fake.
Probably.
We can't be sure, but it's probably fake.
It's probably fake.
Oh my
my
fucking
gosh.
lord! Oh,
That was
shit.
the best part.
That's so funny.
Oh,
Probably
God.
fake.
But yeah, so I want to talk about Charles Band.
Let's do it.
Okay, so Charles Band is like a hero to me.
He's like the
He's like
fucking
the godfather
man.
of
He's the man
of like bad comical
Yeah.
horror movies. Like
Right.
I love them. I mean, this is like what I live for. Like I just love it. He's the founder and creator of Full Moon Features.
Yeah,
And,
which
like,
is
it's like
huge.
absurd. He's produced over 275 movies, and apparently he's really awesome to work with because like he'll show up on set like on the first day, and then the director will just be like, "Well, what do you want us to do?" And you'll be like, "You just do your thing. I'm out of here. Peace out." Like he'll just be like he'll just give them artistic freedom and just be
That's
like,
amazing.
"There you go." Like which is the best thing. Like that's like Tom Holland when he's talking about Fright Night.
Yeah. We're
How
just like,
the
yep.
the company were more focused on Perfect, and they just ignored him, and he was like, it was awesome. Like I didn't have anybody breathing down my back, and
Yeah.
like, so same thing. What Stuart has said that working with Charles is amazing because like he was just like, you just do your thing, man. Like he seems like
awesome.
a really chill guy. Like I mean, like he must be for making like silly movies
silly
for a
ass
living,
movies.
right? He's directed a few, but yeah, like he's mainly a producer. Like I can't believe that. Like almost like 300 movies. Like
That's
that's
absurd.
That's a
crazy.
crazy amount.
It's insane. I was like, I'm not even gonna bother like looking through the list
Right.
on IMDb. Like I was like, there's too many. Like there's so many. But he directed one of the segments in Dungeon Master,
Yep.
and he directed most of them, but the first one for sure, the Transfers movies.
Yep.
And I need to watch them still. And Dr. Mordred, which I find amazing.
I have not
It's
seen
the
it, but I've
Doctor
heard you
Strange-
say
Oh,
good
you
things.
guys need to watch it. I have it on VHS and Blu-ray. It's awesome. Jeffrey Combs like basically plays Doctor Strange. Like it's like it was meant to be Doctor Strange, but then I guess they couldn't get the rights to actually call it that.
Yeah, that'd be
and then so they
expensive.
just changed the name, but it's basically Doctor Strange, and it's
And
fantastic.
Jeffrey Combs would be amazing
And
as Doctor-
Brian
so many
Thompson,
of them.
Brian
Okay.
Thompson, the guy who is in everything. Like he's in X-Files. He has that creepy face. Like,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
always,
yeah.
Like, he's in Buffy. Like he's just like in a bunch of
Terminator.
shit. Yeah, Dr. Mordred, like we'll have a night and we should watch it. It's
Awesome.
so entertaining. I love it. Charles also directed Doll Man versus Demonic Toys, which I need to watch.
Yes.
And Ginger Dead Man with Gary
Ginger
Busey.
Dead
I've
Man.
actually never seen it. I actually have never seen it. I used to own it, but I don't know what happened to it. Have you seen it?
No.
Ginger Dead Man?
Yeah.
Ginger Dead Man?
No,
It's one of those
I'd
movies
watch it, though.
where I've seen like bits, like, you know, the internet will take like really great parts
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Ginger
and put
Dead
it
Man,
on.
so I've absolutely seen like some kill
Yeah.
shots, but have I seen the whole movie? No.
Yeah. Well, he also he wrote Puppet Master and Subspecies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which apparently, though, Puppet Master and Subspecies are the most famous.
I didn't like Morgan blew my mind when she's fucking found like the Radu Halloween costume.
A Halloween costume from Subspecies.
Like, I didn't
like
realize
the full costume
on eBay.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize that Subspecies was like actually that well known, like to the point where they made Halloween costumes.
Yeah, like it was like the long fucking finger gloves and the mask and the whole costume and everything.
Was it like a costume?
It was
it something
mask?
made for someone that they
it
were
was like
selling?
a full
like
moon.
Full Moon
like,
actually had like a
sponsored
line of
costume.
toys
Like
and Halloween costumes at one point.
Yeah.
Like you can get toys from most of the like the popular movies like Puppet Master and like you can get like a Radu Halloween costume, which is like fucking crazy. But Subspecies, so he wrote Subspecies, but Ted Niccolo, I've watched so many of his movies. He directed it, and he also did like TerrorVision, and he directed Bad Channels, and Bad Channels was written by Charles, and Charles also, he wrote Doll Man with Ed and Demonic Toys. I have Demonic Toys on VHS, and I watched it recently, and it's actually like not bad. Like I didn't mind it. It's entertaining. Like they get stuck in this warehouse and have to fight off they're like satanic demonic toys. Like it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like Satan. He's cool.
I like Satan. He's pretty cool.
He's
guy.
alright.
Yeah, he's alright.
Maybe he's a lady.
I guess so.
Lady.
Maybe
Satan is a lady.
He produced the Ghoulies movies. I did read that.
Because it was Empire Pictures before.
Satan is a lady.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, Satan is a lady.
Oh man. Anyways, yeah, these little creatures. People really get into a genre.
Yeah, for sure. I also want to mention that the guy who plays Ralph, his name is Stephen Lee. He recently passed away of a heart attack. I remember seeing that on my Instagram feed, and I was like, oh, the guy from Dolls. Like, I was actually really bummed out, and I just a little bit of research on him, and he was in that War Games movie.
Yep, I
Broderick.
remember
I've
that
actually
movie.
never seen that. And RoboCop 2, and The Pit and the Pendulum, which is another Stuart Gordon movie.
That's a great movie.
Isn't Lance Henriksen is in it? I'm pretty sure. And Stephen Lee is also in Ghoulies 3, which I actually really like, and a lot of people hate.
When they go to
college. I actually like it. I love it. I actually like it better than the second one, because the second one takes place in the carnival, and I'm not a big fan of carnival set movies.
They're too predictable.
I just don't like them.
Cliche.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Ghoulies Go to College. I like it. And he's also in an episode of that fucking show, Herman's Head.
Yeah.
With William Ragsdale.
I'm the only one
Fright
that
Night.
remember that
From
show.
Fright Night.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
I
of
don't
that
remember
before
that
in
at
my
all
whole
as
life.
well. But it was 3 seasons.
Yeah.
He was also in a couple episodes of TNG, and he's also in the Seinfeld episode, The Nap. The one where he's the guy who builds under George's desk so he can fucking sleep.
And he's
at
doing
work.
Jerry's Kitchen.
Yeah, he's doing Jerry's Kitchen, and he's like, so like, do you want this like this, or do you want it like that? He's like, I don't care. Just do it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, Stephen Lee actually, his IMDb credits were probably the most impressive of any of the actors, except for Guy Rolfe, who was Gabriel Hartwick, the old guy.
Who's also in some of the Puppet Master
Oh
movies.
yeah, he was in like 3, 4, 5 and Retro Puppet Master. He was also in like the Avengers TV series with Diana Rigg, who plays Lady Olenna on Game of Thrones. And that was in the 60s. The Saint TV series as well. Ivanhoe he was in, which is like a movie with Elizabeth Taylor that like was nominated for like a shit ton of Oscars.
Lengthy IMDb list as well.
But yeah, Stephen Lee was like Golden Girls, Family Ties, Who's the Boss, Night Court, Roseanne, Quantum Leap, TNG, Doogie Howser. Like he literally every like 80s and 90s show was on. He was just that guy.
That's funny. By the way, who's the boss? It's Judith Light. For reference.
Oh.
Angela is the boss. That's the answer to the question.
How
yes.
did we ask it? Everyone asked it.
What's the name of the show, I guess, is the question. I'm just answering you, man. I'm just giving you the facts.
We asked the question earlier in the podcast
Yeah.
and you were trying to...
By the way, the answer is
It's Angela. Angela's
Angela.
the boss.
She's the
Who
fucking
is
boss.
Angela?
She plays, like, the mom, I guess.
Oh, no, I meant like Jeopardy. Who is Angela? I was just answering it.
Like who is Angela, Alex?
Oh, if I don't put Alex there?
Yeah.
Listen.
If it's not a question, then he'll be like,
Yeah, so I composed like a short list of killer toy / doll / puppet. So yeah, like personally, like, you know, like just like mentioned earlier, I'm just like not a huge fan of the whole like puppet like children thing. It's just not. It's never terrified me. I always thought it was like just too silly. And so I was never really into the Child's Play movies, and I rewatched the first three last week.
Damn, that's
yeah,
impressive,
I know.
actually.
I was like, I'm gonna do all Puppet Master movies. That didn't happen, but I did
Puppet
do the first three
Master.
of the Child's Play movies, and like, yeah. So the first one, it's like a pretty serious tone. Chris Sarandon, can't go wrong.
Yeah,
with him.
nope.
You can never
He's
go
great.
wrong with him. He's
great.
Suave. But yeah, so the first one is it's a good movie. It's entertaining. The second one is not bad as well.
Yeah.
It's not as good as the first one.
The first one is great. The second one is
the
tolerable.
second one is tolerable, but the third one, it sucks. It like takes place in the military, like in the school, and Andy is like a teenager, and it's played by a different actor, and the whole thing is just like just takes place in the military school. Like I don't know. Like I just wasn't into it. I was kind of bored.
But then they get good again.
Yeah, like Bride
right?
of Chucky is actually good.
good.
Like Bride of Chucky is nostalgic for me because I was in high school when it came out, and a bunch of friends, like we all went and saw it in theaters.
Well, and what's
Jennifer Tilly?
Jennifer
Yeah.
Tilly. She's an icon. Like
Yeah, I know.
Those
Huge
ones,
tits.
they take it to another place though. Like the first and maybe the second, Child's Play very serious, but then it takes it to another place where it's like kind of campy and it's making fun of itself, but that's what makes it so enjoyable.
Well, didn't you,
it's
Megan,
not trying
like,
too hard.
see, like, okay, so Bride of Chucky to me personally is just a nostalgic thing, but the one after that, like,
Chucky.
I tried to watch it, and it was like 10 minutes in, and I just shut it off. Like, I was like, oh my god. But then I heard
Doll sex.
that
I don't know.
Cult of Chucky,
Cult
the one
is
that
good.
came out last
It's
year.
good.
I actually, like, yeah, like, it's getting, like, fucking amazing
It's good.
reviews, and I remember you said you watched it.
Yep, I watched it because Seed of Chucky I watched the whole way through because I thought that their baby looked like a stoner. So I wanted to keep watching. He's got bags under his eyes.
That's
and he's
funny.
always, like, he just looks like a stoner. So I was like, okay, I'll watch it the whole way through. So I thought Cult of Chucky was going to be one of these campy, like, really campy.
Well, what did you think of Seed? Did you like it?
No. I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
like,
I
I
laughed and
remember,
I
like,
finished it.
Yeah.
And I laughed and I
Is
finished
it worth it to
and I
finish
thought,
it?
no, of course it's not.
Yeah, because I remember, like, I started it when it first came out, and I was like, I can't do it.
Let's put it this way. If you were someone making the movie, you would have the best time of your life
that's
making
true.
Seed
I know.
of Chucky.
Totally.
Yeah,
Right?
it would
So
be fun
that's
to
why
make
for
it.
me I could watch it because I was just thinking like this is hilarious
Yeah.
and brutal. So I thought Cult of Chucky was going to be very much like just a bunch of like teenagers like doing that classic, but it's really watchable.
That's everybody online like was saying that it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it. I just like never got around to it. It's on Netflix.
Just don't
right?
yeah, it is. But just don't call in sick from work to watch it. Like, you know what I mean? Like don't like
That's
push
funny.
something
Yeah,
to the side.
yeah.
It's not worth it like that.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. Well, yeah, I heard good things about it. But yeah, so I talked about Puppet Master earlier. And me and Morgan watched Dolly Dearest last night.
We rewatched it because it's been a long time.
Yeah, we watched it like 15 years ago, I want to say.
No. The last time that we watched it, I think it probably was 2010 or 11.
So we were like, well, let's rewatch it so we can talk about it on this episode. And it's okay. It's got Tasha Yar.
Yeah,
which
from
is like
TNG,
questionable
yeah.
because like she went from Star Trek to
She left
Pet
Star
Cemetery
Trek
to Dolly Dearest.
Like,
Like I was like,
terrible.
what?
Oh.
But yeah, it's not. No, I don't think I'd watch it again.
No.
But that part with the pepperoni
That's
tongue,
the best part
like,
of the
that's
movie.
like the best part in the whole movie. Like there's just one part where the doll,
the kid
it's
is like,
it's
he's
it's
like,
just the head. It's like
Yeah.
with no hair, and it's like,
and the noise it makes is like,
yeah.
and it's got a long ass
Yeah,
pepperoni tongue.
That part's pretty good. We talked about Pin. We talked about Doll Man. I talked about Demonic Toys, and I really need to watch Doll Man versus Demonic Toys.
Yes.
Tourist Trap.
Yeah.
Tourist train.
That movie
Tourist
is fun.
Trap is a good movie.
All those like,
I know. Oh my god, that movie is like actually really fucking entertaining.
that is a fucking weird movie.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to go that way.
It was,
I was like,
much
really entertained.
more disturbing than I had thought that it was going to be. Like all the weird, like, I mean, I guess they're
I
not
love
dolls,
mannequins,
but they
yeah.
kind of are. Like
Yeah.
mannequins are dolls too.
I've always thought mannequins to be very humorous. There's just something about mannequins that
Yeah.
is just like, it's fucking
Jeffrey
funny.
Dahmer thought they were pretty funny too. Shit. But yeah, Tourist Trap, I thought it was way better than what I expected.
For like when it comes to like new movies, like I actually watched Dead Silence, which is like a ventriloquist
Oh.
dummy horror movie that came out like kind of recently. And the only reason why I actually rented it is because James Wan directed it, and The Conjuring like blew my mind when it first came out. Like I was like so impressed by The Conjuring, so I decided to watch Dead Silence, and I was like very like apprehensive about it because of my thing with dolls and blah blah blah. But it's actually a good movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's actually entertaining.
Reminds me of Slappy from Goosebumps.
Yeah. And there's also an X-Files episode that's got like a haunted doll. It's called Chinga, and it's co-written by Stephen King.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I didn't
Stephen
know
King
that.
and
That's
Chris Carter
interesting.
wrote that. I think it's in season 7. It's just like a girl that just like has like a little like haunted doll. And there's also a Friday the 13th episode with a haunted doll as well. But so I'm gonna mention some that I have definitely heard of, that I know of, but I've never seen.
Right.
So Trilogy of Terror with Karen Black. It's like one of those movies that's just, I've always been on my radar. I've heard of it. I've just never seen it. Magic, which is with Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, when you mentioned ventriloquist dummies, that's the first thing that I thought of.
So I've never seen Magic, but I do want to see it. And Pinocchio's Revenge I haven't seen, and Megan saw, but I would give it a shot. And I'm really interested in this fucking other movie because, okay, well, it's called Blood Dolls, first of all.
That's a Charles Band
But I
one,
really
right?
need to see it because it's written, produced, and directed by Charles
Oh
Band.
my God.
So based on that fact, I need to watch it.
It's gonna be silly
I
as
need
fuck.
to watch it. And I've never seen the Annabelle movies. Have you guys?
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
We're
not
like,
interested.
no.
I don't know.
like new horror.
I know. Like, I'm really biased when it comes to, like, new horror movies. And it's like, I don't know. I saw the trailers and I was like,
Yeah.
But you said,
really
you said,
care.
you said that The Conjuring, like, impressed you for the time. I have to
Yeah.
admit,
I think
I was
James
a
Wan-
late bloomer into
Yeah,
The
but didn't
Conjuring.
he didn't really have anything to do with the Annabelle movies, though, right?
No, but I'm just saying, like The Conjuring, I feel like I missed that boat or that train or however it goes, because everyone was so into it and thought it was so scary. I didn't see The Conjuring until I moved out of your place, Yasmina.
Yeah,
I didn't see
remember
The
you telling me
Conjuring
that, yeah.
until like a year ago, and so I missed it by like 2 years, like the hype. And so I watched it during the day because I'm a pussy. And I was like, oh, like, it's kind of scary, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure if you watched
it's
it at
kinda
night, you probably would have been more
However,
scared, I guess.
when The Ring first came out, I literally thought I was going to go into cardiac arrest. Like, that would be, but you watch it 5 years later.
But I was going to say, but when The Ring came out, we were younger, I guess.
Yeah.
But, no, I agree. The Ring was terrifying. The first time I saw The Ring, I saw it in theaters, and I was like, I can't sleep tonight.
No, but I just mean, maybe that was the Conjuring effect that I missed. Maybe I waited
Yeah.
too long, because when I watched I wasn't that impressed.
I
But that's
saw...
like, you said you don't like The Princess Bride because it's not nostalgic for you.
Because I never watched
That's
it when I
maybe
was a
like
kid.
The Conjuring thing.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have that, like...
I just love the part where
I don't know.
the fucking weird ghoul is like on top of the wardrobe. Like, that part is fucking terrifying, man. I remember when I saw it in theaters with my guitar player, and he's like 40, and he was like, well, I'm not sleeping tonight.
That's funny.
But one more mention, a movie that I need to see, fucking Black Devil.
I know, that's on my list too! That's on my
And the
list!
only reason why I need to watch it is because it's the movie before Tales from the Quad Dead Zone,
Yes.
which is like gold in the VHS world. Like, Tales from the Quad Dead Zone is worth like $600 to $700 online on VHS. So the guy made these two movies, and you can get them like as a double feature on a DVD. But like people have like Tales from the Quad Dead Zone like tattooed. It's like the rarest VHS like known, and I know someone who has it, and he won't tell me how much he paid for it. He's like, I'm not even gonna tell you how much I paid for it
Because it's an absurd price.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But Black Devil Doll from Hell, need to watch.
Yeah, there's also another Black Devil doll that came out in 2006 or 7,
Oh, really?
I think. Yeah, it's just called Black Devil doll. A puppet is like fucking women in the like, you have to watch it. It's crazy.
What?
And he's murdering people in the kitchen
Trying
and
to think
stuff.
of the logic of that.
Oh my god, no, we have to watch it. It's crazy. I don't know if it's like the same people, if it's a sequel, if it's a remake, but it's a motherfucking puppet.
What do you got, Morgan? You got anything else?
Do I have anything to add? Not really, other than like honorable mentions, because we've talked about all the best of the best, like doll type murder things. Obviously, Doll Man. Demonic Toys.
Obviously, Doll Man.
Obviously, Doll Man.
Megan, you need to watch it.
yes.
It's like, it's amazing.
Extro, there's that fucking creepy,
yeah.
that creepy clown in that movie. Clown dolls are the worst kind of doll, I think.
Yeah.
Curtains also has some doll stuff in it.
I wasn't really into Curtains. I don't know. I watched it like a couple of years ago, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, but Curtains does have the like porcelain doll thing that keeps popping up.
Looks like a vagina.
Beef
Obviously.
curtains.
Obviously, Yasmina.
Beef curtains.
Like beef curtains, yeah. For sure.
The doy.
What about Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker?
I've never seen actually, that's the only one that
I
I've
have
never
not.
seen.
I've not seen it.
Yeah.
But I guess, I mean, if he's a toy maker, I assume that they're murderous toys as well.
Yeah. Any toy maker is.
Yeah. Usually.
True.
Usually.
It's true. We're talking about you, Mattel.
That's right.
I have a few.
Oh.
I'm gonna start with like the more obvious, and then I'll finish with like what I think is the best. I have to admit that the fucking little guy from Saw,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the little
the
jigsaw
creepy
on his
puppet
little
guy.
bike.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess
I'm
he's a
sorry,
puppet. Yeah, you're right.
But
He's a
those
motherfucking
parts
puppet.
of the movie scared me more.
See, those are the parts that fucking make me laugh.
It's like, oh, he like comes
the
out
way
like
that-
on his little
Yeah,
trike
like,
and he's
it's
like,
it's like a tourist trap, like how like the mask or the mannequin's like face out with the chin,
Yeah,
like
it's
a
like a
ventriloquist
ventriloquist.
doll. Like I think it's hilarious. It's
Eh.
like
I just felt like I had to because that gave me nightmares like for Evsky. And then The Boy. Do you remember?
oh my god, I
The
forgot
Boy?
about that movie. That was actually really good.
I enjoyed it so much. And then I have friends, and you know what's funny? When I'm sure people listening to this are diehard horror fans, and I'm sure that you guys can relate when I say you have friends who watch horror movies who aren't horror fans.
Yeah.
And girlfriends of mine watched The Boy, and they're like, I was so disappointed by the ending. I don't want to spoil
I
it
liked
for
the
people.
ending.
That was the best part. And it was just so lame that he turned out to be blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I don't want to
I thought that
spoil
was
it.
cool.
But it's like, you know, you can tell because they're looking
Yeah.
for they're not reading into horror movies. Do you know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
possibly do. Like they're just watching it for the sheer thrill of the moment,
like the
and then they
shock
forget
value.
right after. Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't want to know
Like
about,
we admire the story.
and like the acting and like how the fuck did this get made kind of thing. But
Yeah.
so I really like The Boy, but I'm gonna finish with Dead of Night, which was made in 1945. So I watched it because I'm obsessed with black and white films, and it was super disturbing because the doll isn't evil. The doll isn't evil, or you don't know it is. It's just the man's mind. It's like that like you hear that story of the guy with the ventriloquist doll, and it's his personality, like the Anthony Hopkins movie.
Magic, yeah.
Magic, right? It's just Anthony Hopkins being a crazy person.
Yeah. That's cool. I like
And so
that
the 1945 Dead of Night is like the original story of the guy who goes crazy
That's cool.
with this doll. And so his life spins out of control. He ends up hurting people and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, really recommend it.
Is there a doll or dummy in Tales from the Hood?
Yes!
I don't remember.
Yes! There's a whole story about these little dolls, and it's about a racist
Oh my
politician,
God.
and they're little black dolls, and he's a racist, anti-black.
I gotta rewatch
politician.
Tales from the Hood. Can
And
I
they
borrow it
bite
off
his
you?
ankles. Obviously.
Yeah, I want to rewatch it. It's actually a really fucking
That's
good
fun.
movie.
Anyways, they bite his ankles. Yeah.
Oh, ankle biters. I think that's a movie too. Ankle biters.
what? Everything is a movie
Yeah.
in the horror world.
Yeah. Well, in the horror world of news, that's pretty cool that Get Out was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
For an
I really
Oscar.
liked it. The Shape of Water, which
They were
I haven't
nominated
seen
for
yet.
a ton.
Have you
I
seen
haven't
it?
seen it,
Has
no.
anyone seen
No,
Shape of
I haven't
Water?
yet.
I've heard like amazing things about it. And then like when me and Morgan went to the Guillermo del Toro exhibition in Toronto, he mentions somewhere that it's like his favorite movie that he's done.
Well, has any of his other movies been nominated for so many
I don't know.
awards?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
Multiple.
2 horror movies are nominated for Best Picture this year. Like that's
Which is
crazy.
amazing,
Well, I
yes.
guess Shape of Water isn't really a horror movie, but yeah, no, that's amazing. Like Jordan Peele is doing the reboot of the Twilight Zone, so there's going to be a new Twilight Zone, and he's going to do
cool.
it. I hope it's good, and The Strangers 2 comes out soon.
Oh, interesting.
But you know what though? I assumed that
wanna
it was
watch
the
it.
same people that did the first one, and it's not.
I won't watch it.
So I don't know. But you know what? I hadn't seen The Strangers in a really long time, and I recently got it on Blu-ray, and I texted Megan actually, and I watched it like by myself at night, and I was
Bad
like, you know what?
choice.
It's actually terrifying.
Yep.
It's still
Nope.
like a great
Yeah.
movie. It still holds up to this day. Like, it's a great fucking movie. It's scary. It's terrifying. It puts you in that position in that movie where you're just like, fuck, like what would I do?
I just
Like,
have no interest.
it's creepy. It's spooky. Like, especially the part where the girl comes back at the door and she just says the same thing. Like, I love it. It's just it's really, really good.
I still haven't seen Creep 2, and
my God, it's
because
so
my Netflix is down. My fucking Netflix is down.
They're both
all I
good.
want to do is watch Creep 2.
They're
I've looked
both
for it on
good.
YouTube. I've searched high and low, but all I can find is like little snippets of it, and I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Dude, it's awesome. It's great. They're both great. I think they're gonna do a third one to finish it off. But holy fuck, man! Like, Creep. Morgan hasn't even seen the
I
first
haven't seen
one.
the first one, no.
I keep telling her like to watch it. And I'm just like, dude, like it's so good.
Sometimes
it's
I'll listen to
unsettling.
this bitch,
It's
though.
unsettling.
I mean, that movie's actually really good, but I will like
Sometimes
never
I'll
listen.
listen.
No, fuck you. I will never, honestly. Like, this might be drunk ass rambling, but fuck you for making me watch Dead Girl. Fuck you.
Oh, that movie's
Fuck
great.
you.
I love
and fuck
it.
you for liking it.
That's funny. I know. Well, you chose to live with
It's
me, Megan.
very disturbing. No, but
It's
is it
technically
not?
your fault.
It's so disturbing,
I know,
right?
like when me and Megan lived together, I'd be like, what movie can I make Megan watch when she's really high that will really fuck with her brain? Blue Velvet. You were so fucking like upset when you watched Blue Velvet with me. You were like, no. You were like hiding. Like, you were like, no. Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
Baby wanna fuck. Let's fuck fuckers. I fucking love Dennis Hopper.
He's gross.
Well, on that note, thanks everyone for listening to us ramble on about dolls and puppets and
Motherfucking puppet.
he's a motherfucking puppet.
Nipples. And
Yeah, I know.
We talked a lot about nipples tonight, actually.
That's true. That's very true.
If anyone can count how many times we've said nipple, we'll give you something.
listen to this episode
send
and
you
take a shot every time you hear the word nipple.
Nipple. Oh.
And then I'm sure at the end
You'll die.
and then you'll die. And then we'll get sued.
The end.
That's the end of Which Finger. Awesome. Okay, well, you guys have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.